We're going to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We call the roll.
Member Steele.
Here.
Member Lang Welch. Here. Member Frederick. Here. Member Billsborough.
Here.
Member Holbrook.
Here.
Member Dean. Member Lake.
Here. Next, we have a presentation and building program highlighting LMS STEM. And we have to get up and leave.
If it pleases the board, yes, sir.
I'm sitting down comfortably.
We got some really cool things to show you.
We're going to make all of these people.
It's just right across there. Okay. I want to take this opportunity to introduce Jenny. She's our STEM teacher here, and she's just done an amazing job of putting a lot of thought and effort into building some really meaningful experiences for our students throughout this year, and I'm really excited about the things that are to come for STEM in our district and STEM and robotics in our district. So, Jenny, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you. Welcome everybody to the STEM Lab. I am honored and proud to present what we're doing here. When we came in, didn't look like this, right? And if many of you remember, it was the old wood shop. I hope you can see some of the opportunities that students have as they come into the STEM Lab and the growth that we do as teachers and students with all of these things in front of you. So in front of you today, you'll see a lot of the students' projects that they have created throughout this year, including the chickens. Not many of you may have thought that chickens would be involved in education, but those are the opportunities that I bring to this classroom. My knowledge of farm life and education for students that may not have those opportunities outside of these four walls. So I'm going to start this little video presentation up here as I talk. You will notice that there are lots of students, lots of smiles, and lots of learning. So we begin here in STEM 6. STEM Foundations, as sixth graders come into the middle school, is where our learning begins. It takes the concepts of the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and gives the sixth graders an opportunity to dive in a little bit into each one of those. You can see up here we have robots. Students learn how to code through Sphero Robotics and play soccer. A lot of our students participate in the game of soccer outside, and they can make that connection here in the STEM Lab as well. They also learn about angles, math, right? They build business models, about roller coasters. We take marbles and they hands-on make a paper roller coaster that they design and model through our engineering process. Lastly, in STEM, we talk about sustainability, recycling, reducing, reusing. We talk about what would happen if we didn't have our grocery stores, or if we didn't have the opportunity to just go to a building and get what we need. Here we are in this springtime hatching baby chicks. We have taken fertilized eggs and watched them over the course of 20 days now to see the different process. They have watched them and candled them and even have seen embryos move throughout the eggshell. We talked about today in class how to identify the gender of chickens. Why? Because females give us prolonged produce and protein over time, where roosters do not. So they have to understand the differences and why both of those are important as farmers and as people who may want to sustain their own food. If you look in the back, we have been partnered with the CISD to pilot the My Garden hydroponic gardening. We talk about hydroponic gardening and how that's sustainable inside and outside. Do plants need soil? A lot of students would say yes, they do. Here we find out that you don't really. You can, but you don't really. So the students that go to areas that don't have the opportunity to dig in the ground and plant, they still have the opportunity to grow their own food. We move into 7th grade where we do I Can Code. If you watch through the videos, you'll see lots of computer screen with block coding. They take the idea of putting puzzle pieces together into coding. They take simple instructions to command shapes and animations across the screen into developing and engineering their own video game at the end of the quarter. Lastly, in 8th grade, they come into applied engineering. A lot of these kids do not have the opportunity to work with their hands. And a lot of you might have said, oh man, I wish that woodshop would still go on. The concepts are still here in STEM. We take the idea of engineering and building popsicle bridges. These have to sustain weight. We go through the problem-solving process and the design for each one of them to fail and be safe at failing. It's okay not to get it right the first time here in the STEM lab. We next go to what you see around with the woodworking. We have bird houses, we have planter boxes, we have step stools. They use only hand tools here. Why? Because they need to. They need to know how to use those things, right? They need to know how to build without electricity, without modern technology. It's important for them to be able to try stuff and try stuff different than what they may normally have. So you'll see those examples there. Lastly, in that class, we talk about some of the different trades that those students will see in the high school level electives or even at the BACC. Electrical engineering, welding, plumbing and pipe fitting. They have opportunities to talk to people in those trades and gather knowledge and insight on what they may want to do in their future. Finally, in 8th grade, students can elect to take robotics. Robotics is always the, oh, it's a robot, I can't do that. But can you build with Legos? Do all kids usually have some opportunity to see a Lego? Yeah. So students come in here and the first thing they say is, I can't build a robot. And I say, yeah, you can. You can build Legos, can't you? In the back, you'll see some of those Lego robots that those students have built this week. They also take the opportunity to build a business model and promote their robot as if they were to sell it at a convention. In front of you tonight as one of your action items will be approving the purchase of higher technology in robotics. That's those Tetric robots, those metal robots in the back. Those give students the opportunity to take what they know as a basic model in the Lego robots to then take it higher. Give them more opportunity to be creative. Give them the tools to do their own thing. All of those were built by middle school students. That one sitting with the Rev Robotics sticker was built by our middle school and high school competitive robotics team in November, in which they went to a competition and placed in the top 50% of 42 teams in their first year running. And they are excited to go forward with that, and they're excited to expand and take that opportunity to other students around the building. So how many of you like the robotics? How many of you like STEM? How many of you really didn't know what to think about when you heard STEM? I hope you enjoyed this presentation and all of these opportunities that these students get as they come in through those doors, and the opportunities that they get to fail and be safe and still learn. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, still to this day.
Very impressive.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done.
As you go back, enjoy a bottle of water if you so choose. Right back across the hallway is the library. Anytime, the door is always open.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So those are the little spheres.
Next, a request for public participation. Anybody wish to address the board? You have 3 minutes. Guess not. Approval of the minutes from March 16, 2026, regular minutes and the closed session minutes. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Any yes, there is. One addition, right? Agenda addition.
Is that the, no, I thought the middle school course was engineering.
No, it's some kind of like evaluation or something.
Parking lot.
It's the what?
Parking lot assessment.
Oh, the parking lot assessment.
They are engineering.
But that one, yeah, that one's not in front of me. But yes, the parking lot assessment from AR Engineering.
Okay.
Do we have copies of that?
Yes, and there should be one there.
Okay. I think we're okay.
That's it.
Oh, there it is, right there in front of me. Sorry. So the recommendation to approve the invoice from AR Engineering for assessments of the district parking lots. So, yes, we had agreed to go into a contract with them earlier for parking lot work at Jefferson, but this is additional work for the assessment of all the parking lots.
Okay. Next, we have the consent agenda, communications. None?
Yeah, that's all.
None?
I gave them to you.
Yeah, no, I have a couple down here. Dear Coldwater Community Schools, thank you so much for your support at our awards dinner through a corporate table. Your generosity helped make the event a success. We truly appreciate your partnership, dedication, and commitment. It means so much to us. With sincere gratitude, Lori Hunt, Bobilia, and Jana Richer. And then we also have correspondence from Special Olympics of Michigan. Thank you for your gift to Special Olympics Michigan. Your donation helps us continue to create a world for inclusion, one where every single person is accepted and welcome regardless of ability. But your donation goes beyond just sport. Special Olympics Michigan provides many health and wellness programs, in-school programming, and a home for your athletes to showcase who they are. Again, thank you for your donation to Special Olympics Michigan. We rely on support like yours and are grateful for your commitment to help. And we gifted $458 to the Area 18 Bowl-a-thon. That's
Thank you,
it.
Kristen. Next, we have the personnel recommendations.
Okay, personnel recommendations be it resolved for relative to certified staff. The Board of Education approve a newly created Human Resource Director position at Coldwater Community Schools effective immediately. The Board of Education accept the retirement resignation of Kelly Murphy, a teacher at Lakeland Elementary after 33 years with Coldwater Community Schools effective June 30, 2026. The Board of Education accept the retirement resignation of Catherine Adamanis, ELA teacher at Lake Middle School after 5 years with Coldwater Community Schools effective June 30th. The Board of Education accept the resignation of Reagan Price, teacher at Max Larson Elementary effective August 14, 2026. Board of Education accept the resignation of Jason Brantley, 6th through 8th grade LMS Science Curriculum Chair, just from the Science Curriculum Chair position, effective at the end of the 2025-2026 school year. The Board of Education approve the administrative recommendation to employ the following individuals for Jefferson Elementary Summer School Program: lead teacher Lindsay Dixon, teacher Renee Connor, teacher Catherine Stilson-Stetler, teacher Pam Hamilton, teacher Ryan Price, teacher Sandy Reichart, paraprofessional Kayla Slusher, secretary Jerry Lynn Caldwell, and subs Caitlin Pertner, Abby Menke, Susan Mueller, Michelle Fondren, Leslie Welker, Dawn Supanowski, and Sarah Porter. And the recommendation to employ the following individuals at Lakeland Elementary School Summer School Program: lead teacher Brandon Coates, co-lead teacher Chris Hageman, teacher Kelly Murphy, teacher Krista Dybert, teacher Amber Coleman, teacher Rachel Hoare, paraprofessional Rahir Nasser, secretary Bella Carrion, and subs Allison McCann, Alyssa Hammond, and Olivia Cumberworth. The Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ the following for the individuals for Max Larson Elementary Summer School Program: lead teacher Nick Habrel, Teacher Susie Gonzalez, Teacher Hannah Haverhill, Teacher Brooke Fox, Teacher Megan Collins, Teacher Julia Stetler, Paraprofessional Melissa Mayo, Paraprofessional Renee Welke, Paraprofessional Carrie Friend, Paraprofessional Sana Al-Assad, Paraprofessional Valentina Cherry, Paraprofessional Isabel Friend, pending successful background check. Secretary Amy Smirka, and subs Courtney Coates, Jamie Schwartz, Deb Chapin, Kim Gwynn, Aubrey Brantley, and Katie Frias. And the Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ the following individuals for the high school summer school program. Lead teacher Stephanie Spolier, math teacher Deb Warner, math teacher Ryan Sheets, English teacher Alicia Terpstra, online teacher Joe Clausen, online teacher Gwen Chavez. Relative to support staff recommendations, the Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Tanya Estimable for the Haitian Creole Parent Liaison for Coldwater Community Schools effective March 30, 2026. The Board of Education accept the resignation of Cheyenne Rubino from the caregiver position at Kids Club at Lincoln Learning Center effective April 3rd, 2026. Board of Education accept the resignation of Christine Goheen from the sub-supervisor position at Max Larson Elementary effective March 10, 2026. Board of Education accept the resignation of Amouaj Alakri from the paraprofessional position at Max Larson Elementary effective April 3rd. Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Brug Aldheeb for the paraprofessional position at Max Larson Elementary effective April 6, 2026. Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Gary Zakur for the sub-bus driver position at Coldwater Community Schools effective April 8, 2026. Board of Education accept the resignation of Lyndon Nichols from the bus driver position at Coldwater Community Schools effective April 10, 2026. Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Jeff Ludwig for the bus driver position at Coldwater Community Schools effective immediately upon board approval. Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Jackie Gibson for the bus driver position at Coldwater Community School effective April 27, 2026. And the Board of Education accept the resignation of Gary Zakur from the sub-bus driver position effective April 17, 2026. The Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Beverly Ohm for the HR Assistant Receptionist position at Coldwater Community Schools effective May 4, 2026 upon board approval. And the Board of Education accept the retirement resignation of Marilyn Stickney from her position as a bus driver with Coldwater Community Schools effective April 17, 2026, following 25 years of dedicated service. The Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Brenda Woods for the bus driver position at Coldwater Community Schools effective immediately. And relative to extra duty staff recommendations, the Board of Education accept the resignation of Ken Smoker from the girls varsity basketball coach at Coldwater High School effective immediately following 14 seasons in the position. Board of Education accept the resignation of Charlene Ruckner as the musical director at Coldwater High School effective after the 25-26 school year following 16 years. And the Board of Education approved the administrative recommendation to employ Quinton Villa for the musical director position at Coldwater High School effective the start of the 26-27 school year upon board approval and successful background check.
Thank you very much.
Here, quick question, Paul.
Yes.
How's Kelly Murphy resigned and then she's going to teach as well?
Summer school.
Yeah.
So she's resigned, okay, gotcha.
Next, we have the approval of the March accounts for payment and financial statements. Dr. Frederick.
Be it resolved that the following accounts for March be approved for payment as follows. General fund accounts in the amount of $2,815,563.08. Special revenue accounts in the amount of $229,888.12. And be it resolved that the general fund financial statements be approved as presented.
Thank you very much. Next, we have the acceptance and approval of gifts via member Holbrook.
Recently, the administration was made aware of the following gifts offered to donor listed below. Recognition and approval for acceptance of the gifts is being sought. Children's Museum of Branch County, Inc., monetary donation. National Art Honor Society of CHS for $200. Good, Better, Best, monetary donation. Megan Collins, Max Larson Elementary, $500. Caroline Alberto, monetary donation, boys volleyball at Coldwater High School, $50. April Rose and Chris Elkins, monetary donation, Lakeland Elementary Activity Fund, $250. Shauna Greif, Hillquest Family Foundation, monetary donation, CHS Girls Tennis, $1,500. Good, better, best, monetary donation, Renee Timmer, Coldwater High School Prom Afterglow, $500. The gracious and continued support of the donor list above is sincerely appreciated. We ask the board accept the gift noted and acknowledge the donor's generosity. Be it resolved, the Board of Education gratefully accepts the gifts presented. And be it further resolved that a letter of appreciation on behalf of the board be sent to the donor indicated above for their worthwhile and generous gift. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have building reports. Anybody wish to add anything to their report? She's not even looking at me. Okay. That's all there is. Director of Curriculum Report, are you giving it or not having one?
You have it in your packet. Mr. Dancer is at a conference for grant writers. He has been working very closely with Rochelle Roby to make sure that we're finalizing the grant cycles for this year and preparing for how the grants will impact the budgets for next year. So there are a few things that are coming to you tonight for action, which are contracts, which are covered through grants, but a lot of work being done. This is the time of the year where we're looking at renewing contracts as well. So,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Next, we have building board committee reports. There was a building and grounds meeting, and Claire is not here. You want to give it, or you want?
We simply talked about some of the projects that we're looking at. It was an update of the projects that are going on and potential time frames and maybe some hiccups that we've met along the way. For example, one thing that we're very excited to hopefully move forward on is the refurbishing of the planetarium in this building. We had a gentleman came all the way from Kentucky to look at what we had and to give us, provide us with some options. We're still waiting on his communication from us, but we just also is just an update on the bus loop situation at Jefferson, which we hired that company for, so that's on time and moving forward. And then any questions that any of the members of the committee may have had about building projects or lack of space in a certain elementary building.
All right, thank you. Next, we have the policy committee meeting on April 1st, which involved policies affecting staff ethics, online blended learning programs, school health education, which was revised, sex education, which was revised, to provide elective instruction in sex education covering topics such as human sexuality, consent, and prevention of STDs, which is voluntary. Next, there was volunteers renumbered and rescinded, strategically utilizing community members who possess helpful knowledge or skills, staff ethics, purchasing was revised, procurement, federal grants funds was revised, artificial intelligence was a replacement, emergency operations plan, specialized transportation for students with IEPs, big list. Next, we had a finance committee meeting. I can't remember what day, April 6th or 7th?
I think the 6th, yeah. Yeah, and that was to go over the budget amendments for this year, which is the final budget amendments, which are not the final budget amendments, which are the spring budget amendments for this year to give us a better idea as we await word from the state on what funding we'll get for the state for next year, so we can start to plan for next year's budget as well.
All right, thank you. Next, we have the superintendent's report.
It's been a lot of transportation, you know? Hey, we're looking for bus drivers, if you're not aware. But one of the things that I've had a couple of community members, parents in the district approach me or call me. One was at a band concert and then followed up at a basketball game, which were really good conversations. But the question was, why when you cancel a bus, and we understand it, things happen, but that robocall goes out at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I get that robocall and my kid doesn't even ride the bus. My kid's not even scheduled to be on a bus. Why am I getting that call? Can't you do better? And I said, I'm sure we can. I'm sure I don't know how we do better, but I'm sure we can. So over the past, and I'll be honest, it's been a couple of months, we have worked on getting the information from our school information system, our student information system, linked into our app, Aptogee, that we use for all of our cancellations and stuff. And we will be ready to start testing tomorrow. So if Holly Muckle or Jessica at Transportation or I has to make the robocall for bus 12, it will only go to the primary contact parent or guardian of the kids on bus 12. It won't go to everyone. So yeah, we've heard people, I've learned a lot. And I'm grateful for the people that understand the technology that we can make this happen. So, and then approval for the 2026-2027 school calendars on the agenda. I know people are anxious to get that for planning purposes. And I just want to publicly thank the union for their continued support. We start talking about calendar in November. And it's a whole lot of meetings about dates, and it seems like it's longer than it needs to be, but I blame myself for most of that. And then you have to look at it 2 or 3 times to make sure you don't make any mistakes. And then when I find my mistakes, I go back and have to work with the unions again. So that's ready to go. Work on the clinics continues. Thanks again to Insight Hospital for funding these upgrades to their spaces in both the junior high and the high school. And just a reminder, we're a week away from Election Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. So help spread the word.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for putting the graduation date in the calendar.
Yes, yes.
It's not in this one because I printed this before the meeting.
Oh, okay, but it is on there the Thursday before Memorial Day weekend.
No. Well, you're talking about next year's.
Next year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is next year's calendar. I didn't know where you were going with that one, but yeah, yes.
Not that I care.
Sure.
Any discussion items? No.
Nope.
Next, we have the action items, recommendation to amend and approve the 2025-2026 budgets. Is there a motion?
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Member Line Welch?
Yes.
Member Frederick?
Yes.
Member Billsborough?
Yes.
Member Holbrook?
Yes.
Member Steele?
Yes.
Member Dean, absent. Member Lake?
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to extend the administrator's contracts. That's the only reason they showed up tonight, right?
They love coming to these meetings.
I'm sure. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Member Frederick?
Yes.
Member Billsborough?
Yes.
Member Dean, absent. Member Holbrook?
Yes.
Member Line Welch?
Yes.
Member Steele?
Yes.
Member Lake?
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to extend the superintendent's employment contract. That must be why you showed up. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Lang Welch.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Dean, absent. Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to approve the chief financial officer's contract for 1 year. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Dean, absent. Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Lang Welch.
Yes.
Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have the first reading of the revised and new policies. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
I guess it'd be for the administrators who are here. It says that in the emergency operations, I think, that there is a protocol for when and how students are permitted to use their cell phones during an emergency. Do students know about that protocol? How they can use their cell phones during an emergency?
It's been my experience in emergencies that cell phones rarely work, and I've been through a number of scenarios with police and first responders. And what usually happens in an emergency, there's just so many people calling, it just gets jammed. And so we've not practiced that protocol or anything.
The
Generally don't
intent-
work.
The intent of including that language in the new legislation that was passed is because some schools choose to lock up student devices in lockable bags on a daily basis and then unlock them before the students are allowed to leave for the day. We don't have that here. Students can actually have access to their phones, they're just not allowed to use them. So in a real emergency, the students will be will better understand as we continue the training their opportunities to use that in emergency situation.
And then I have a question about the AI allowed in the school. Does anyone know of any abuses of students using AI?
Once in a while, yes. But we regularly catch those, and that becomes a learning moment for the students.
Not a big problem. Okay, thank you.
That's a roll call vote.
Member Dean, absent. Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Lang Welch.
Yes.
Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have the request to adopt the 2026-2027 school year calendar. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
So graduation's on Thursday?
Graduation will be scheduled for Thursday before Memorial Day weekend, where there was discussion of having it on Friday, but there's thought that many of the families would want to get an early leap on the weekend and go somewhere. So we believe that they would appreciate Thursday more.
Thursday. Like midweek, kind of like, is that, have we ever done that before?
No.
Yeah.
It's like golf week.
You
You want us to make it Wednesday?
You get a sub for your golf league, don't you?
Not me.
There is no such thing.
There's no such thing. Could I be your sub?
That's a roll call vote.
Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Dean, absent. Member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Lang Welch.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Lake.
Yes, motion is approved. Next, we have the request to approve the remote control robotics package for Lake Middle School. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the request to approve the invoice for Thrillshare Media subscription from Apogee.
Aptogee.
Tell me what that's all about.
So this is, Aptogee is the provider that controls our website and our app that goes along with it that we went into a contract a few years ago with, and this is the renewal of that contract.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to approve mini split heat pump for Coldwater High School. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
If we put this $13,000 new air conditioner in the high school and then we build a new high school with central air, do we have a plan to repurpose this thing for something?
Well, I'm sure this also can be utilized in other areas of the district if necessary, yes.
I can speak for Mr. Sharp, the guy's actually taken that into account and will be using this somewhere else after we get central air for the new building.
After the bond passes.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the request to approve the proposal from Superior Ground Cover to resurface the elementary playgrounds. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
Every year since I've been here, the questions come up, is that an increase from last year? And the answer this year is yes. It's an increase of $510 due to the increased cost of the materials. But this is the same company that brings in the blower truck and can blow it all in instead of just coming in and dumping it for our maintenance people to spread out with rakes. So same company we've continued to use, but just an increase in cost of materials.
Did I get a motion already or not? No? I need a motion.
Yes.
No, you did.
You
You
did.
did.
Sorry. Roll call vote.
Member Billsborough.
Yes?
Member Dean, absent. Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Lyon Welch.
Yes.
Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Let's see, next we have the request to approve the 2026-2027 contract with Edmentum for Coldwater High School. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
How do we know how many licenses to buy?
It depends on the number of students that we're able to service at a time. So how many students can be on the program at the same time in the district. And so the numbers for a school such as our size are identified there as quantity.
What kind of programs are they providing for our students? I mean, this one says ELA reading,
Yep.
leading path, and does that count as an English test or an English credit? Or?
It's actual coursework. It could be used in many different levels of our classes, whether it's in our alternative program in the high school, makeup work in some of our general ed courses, used at the middle school as well for different levels of support for student learning, and used at Lakeland, at Mentum? No, middle school and high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the math programs are not specifically like algebra or geometry or?
They can be the entire course.
You mean they can get whatever class they want?
Yeah, because
Primarily for remediation. There's also an SAT prep program within there, some nice diagnostic tools in there as well.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have recommendation to approve the agreement for school-based health services with Insight Hospital and Medical Center. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are there nurses at elementary schools?
No, the clinics are at the middle school and the high school.
So no nurses at elementary schools?
No.
So do the Lakeland kids have access to come over to the middle school, or is the grant based on age or something?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't believe it's based on age. I just believe it's based on location.
Great. Oh, location.
Yeah.
But we have walked our students over for immunizations and that sort of thing when we were up against a deadline. But that's about all I know.
But when you have a sick kid come down, you can't send them across the street to
No.
the nurse.
Well, we haven't. Maybe we could. I don't know.
This is a roll call vote.
I don't think we were allowed to.
Oh,
That's what I'm truly asking. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Does that have something to do with the grant funding on it, or is it?
I think it has something to do with the grant funding because when we had a diabetic student, we had asked if the nurse could come over and help us. And there's parameters as to how far she could help.
It's based on age and building
Yes.
location. The grant is specifically written for a building, and then the age plays into it as well. So they can't provide services below that age or grade level.
Okay.
any other comments? Roll call vote.
Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Dean, absent member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Lyon Welch.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have the request to approve the purchase of 4 flip sleds for the football program at Coldwater Community Schools. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to approve the GSRP funded classroom and playground materials. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support. That looks like a huge laundry list of stuff.
So with the GSRP program, since it's our first year being in the GSRP, we provide you a pot of money for startup funds. So basically, you want to do an assessment of your whole preschool program, what things you have, what things you don't have, and then they provide the money through the GSRP programming to be able to get those things. So that's why that's so big.
This is the first year that we've been,
Correct.
because GSRP has been here for,
Well, it's been run by the branch ISD, but now we are running our current preschool program. We switched it to GSRP because the state now allows local districts to run it, whereas in the past, we were not allowed to run it. That's why Coldwater switched a long time ago from GSRP to the ISD running it.
all right, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to approve the tuition assistance to 6 Coldwater teachers. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Do the teachers have to sign a contract?
They do sign a tuition assistance agreement between Coldwater Schools and right now Grand Valley State is the program that they're going to be earning their endorsement through.
Well, I'm wondering if we get them this certification, do they have to stay with Coldwater for a while?
So that's something that we, in talking to our lawyers, there's not a way to hold somebody to a district.
No.
However, it is a sense investing in our own because these are our current teachers who are getting even more training to be more effective for our multilingual learners.
All right, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the Recommendation to approve the renewal of the instructional resources for the ELD program. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have a recommendation to approve the memorandum of agreement between the City of Coldwater Police Department and the Coldwater Community Schools. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Does the SRO, do they have any, is it appropriate or inappropriate for an SRO to help with school discipline?
They don't help with school discipline.
They don't help with school discipline.
They help with like school safety, that's their goal with us. So like when we have a marijuana or a vape or things like that, they'll help write a ticket. But as far as handling discipline, that's left to the administrators.
Thank you.
Any other comments, questions?
I do want to note that the contract is just an extension of the current contract, that none of the terms of the contract has changed. And the only financial difference is prior to now, the percentage that the school district would pay was covered by a state grant, which is no longer in existence. That grant no longer exists, but we understand the importance of the SRO program, and so we are paying our percentage of that out of general funds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have a recommendation to approve a new conference room furniture for Jefferson Elementary. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the request to approve the purchase of tackling dummies for Coldwater Community Schools football program. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
Is this replacing equipment we already have?
It's coming out of football fundraising account, and yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to approve new elective writing course at Legg, creative writing course at Legg Middle School. Is there a motion?
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? If this is a change in curriculum, shouldn't it be a roll call vote?
It can be, if you'd like.
Let's make it a roll call.
Okay. Member Line Welch.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Dean absent. Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have the recommendation to approve the purchase of a field groomer. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
Do we have one already?
The current one that we have is over 30 years old, and it's
So
time
this is
to be...
replacing one we had?
Yes, yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the request to approve the renewal of the elevation platform to support English learner programs. Is there a motion?
Support.
Any discussion? We first went into this last year, correct?
Elevation we've had for longer, 8 years probably.
We've had for longer.
Yes, it's
So,
the data side of everything that keeps track of all of our student data so then we can make instructional groups and decisions for classes.
and this is just a renewal of that
This is
contract.
just renewal of the data side of the contract.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the request to approve the repairs to the Aquatic Center Air Exchange Unit. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
This is that air exchanger that controls the humidity in the building, which at first we were looking at a very large expense for replacement until we were lucky enough to team up with a company that said that they did find a way that it could be repaired, but it was identified as one of the critical need repairs, because if we can't control the humidity in the building, then it's difficult to keep the building open. And this is money that is reimbursable from the agreement with the Brown Family Trust as well.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? $63,000. Let's do a roll call on this too.
Member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Dean, absent. Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Lyon Welch.
Yes.
Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Next, we have request to approve the award of the Filter First implementation project to Aladdin Electric. This is a big one too. What are they going to do for us?
So this is the company that we'd like to bring in to make sure that our buildings are in compliance with the new Filter First water management regulations that the state has passed, that Gary Dancer and Buzz, and before Nick left, Nick, we're all working on, that all drinkable water must be filtered, all lines must be identified, and so and even if there's a classroom in an elementary school that has a sink in it, we need to ensure that all of those have filtered water. And this is all funded by a state grant specific for this, and because of the number that Aladdin came in with, there will be money still within that grant to purchase replacement filters, which will put us in a position that we won't have to purchase replacement filters for quite a while.
So each school got a certain amount of money?
The district got
based on the size of your...
Based on enrollment, number of buildings and stuff like that, but it wasn't broken down by building. But Gary Dancer has worked very hard to make sure, as did Rochelle, to make sure that all of this would be done well within the numbers of that grant.
How much money did we get?
300?
Just choose something.
Choose something.
High twos.
Yeah, high
I'd say
twos.
maybe like 275.
I mean, the state provided $230,000 or $250,000 to 3,000 school districts?
Well, it depended on your size
Yeah.
and what you were using it for and the scope of your project, because it was a competitive grant. So you had to apply for it and list out like what you needed, where you needed it, that kind of stuff.
I guess I have to keep paying my taxes. This is a roll call vote.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
I don't know, we can-
No, there is.
Support.
Member Dean, absent. Member Holbrook.
Yes.
Member Lyon Welch.
Yes.
Member Steele.
Yes.
Member Frederick.
Yes.
Member Billsborough.
Yes.
Member Lake.
Yes, motion passes. Let's see. Oh, it must be this one. Next, we have the recommendation to approve the invoice from Air Engineering for assessment of district parking lots. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Well, that's it for the agenda. Unbelievable. The next regular meeting of the Board of Education will be held Monday, May 18th, 2026, at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Administrative Service Center located at 401 Soft River Drive in Coldwater, Michigan. We're adjourned.